Alright, yo, what's good YouTube? So today, I'm going to be showing you how I consistently keep a great win rate in the markets using my supply and demand model. It's pretty much like any other variant of supply and demand, but it includes some other confluences. But no matter what you trade, this video will help you. I've got a lot of points today that you've likely never even heard of before, but once you can spot them in the markets, it is going to be a game changer for you. So grab a pen, take some notes, and watch this video all the way through because I am leaving the best point till last. Now, firstly, I'm going to be talking about the movement towards our zone. And by this, I mean, from the top of our move, what is the price action looking like when we are, coming back and getting the rejections from our zone? And in this example, we can see from the top to our zone, it is just so straight. And this is going to be preferable. And why this is going to improve your win rate so much is for two reasons. Number one, being room for retracement. And number two, being the fact that it's still following market structure. So let's just start with that first point. If we look through at some price action, we can see that every single time we go upwards, that room is retraced. If we look here, there is so much movement to the upside, which leaves gaps behind. Gap here, imbalance here, another fair value gap. That's what the market likes to do. And as you can see, that is always retraced. You are never going to see a time in the markets where we just shoot off in one direction and we never come back down and fill in those gaps. And we can see the same thing just down here. We get that straight line from the top of our move down to our zone, which is going to leave room for retracement. There's a fair value gap here, imbalance here, another fair value gap. However small, the market does want to retrace that. So once we do come back down to our zone, get our entry, our take profits can just be at filling in all of these gaps, which is already going to lead us to a 1 to 2.5 with a great win rate. A good win rate doesn't always have to mean shit risk to rewards. I still consistently get 1 to 2s to 1 to 3.5s. Last week, I got 8.5% across only 3 trades. So it really does show you that you don't have to settle for one or the other. Now, what we wouldn't like to see is what I'm about to draw out. So I've just drawn out another one of our setups. This is the liquidity that I like to have with every single one of my setups. Once again, it can be normal supply and demand. But as we just established, what I want to see is a straight line down to our zone. Get rejections, get our entries, and just shoot to the upside. If this market was to consistently make lower lows and lower highs, just like so, then this is going to be bearish market structure. If we're looking at a demand setup, meaning we want to continue to the upside, why are we seeing such bearish market structure? This is consistently showing lower lows and lower highs. So when we come back down to our zone, there is a high chance that we just continue making lower lows and lower highs and just completely invalidate our zone. Even if we do get good rejections, even if we do get an entry, our win rate is just going to plummet if we don't wait for a good setup with good market structure. Any setup is only as clean as the movement towards it. And because we're in major market structure, this low being broken is not going to matter at all. That is a minor swing. That is just grabbing sell side liquidity. That's all this swing is to us before the market then wants to shoot off and go and grab the buy side liquidity. And this really does happen all the time in the markets. We can see we're in a clear uptrend right now. We're going from the bottom left of my screen to the top right. The market is consistently going to make minor swings, which liquidity is grabbed from, and then we just continue to the upside like nothing happened. Even here, we make a minor swing, but we don't break the major low. Therefore, we just continue to the upside. This isn't breaking market structure to the downside. This is just using liquidity, which is one of the biggest market movers, to fill just more orders for those bigger institutions to have more reason to continue going upwards, which once again leads to those high risk rewards and the high win rate that you're looking for today. So you've likely been looking at setups where it's creating bearish market structure towards a demand. And I promise, as soon as you can spot this and you implement it, your win rate is going to skyrocket. So take notes on that whilst I move on to number 2 now. So for my next point, it's going to be all about the zone age. Just ignore this setup. This is part of the back testing results over in my mentorship. So I can't really delete it, but I'm looking at this supply right now. You are literally never going to see me take a zone that is this old. Like everything, this is for multiple reasons, and it's all going to make sense if I once again draw it out. I'm a very visual learner, so I always think it helps. But let's say once again we get one of our setups. If we were to come straight down to zone from here, this would be a fantastic setup. This is very textbook. I mean, if we are in favor of market structure and everything like that, this is exactly what I want to see. What I don't want to see is just this continue shooting upwards, even if we do continue the market structure that I want to see. Even if we break to the upside and then come down to our zone, I'm not going to be taking this. And the two main reasons for this is the investors and institutions that did miss this initial move. If you didn't know the why behind supply and demand, that is literally all it is. People wanted to get in at this price. They missed the move because we shot off so quickly. So when we revisit this price, we're going to shoot off again. On the lower time frames, so I'm on the 5 minute, you are never going to see me take a zone that is like even close to a day old. The investors and institutions that miss this move aren't still going to be looking at that. I like the quick moves that happen within like a few hours. Like I was saying before, this would be perfect. And you are going to see these win like 70% of the time. If you are also going to be using the other confluences that I mentioned, it takes the sell side liquidity, runs to the buy side liquidity, and you get your take profits just here. I mean, at least we're using supply and demand, market structure, and liquidity. That literally moves the market. So after this point, we will just continue market structure to the upside. But for clear and mechanical TPs, I will always say opposing liquidity. And this might as well just take me on to my next point. I am kind of shooting through them, so I hope you are taking notes. My next point is going to be all about take profits. I mean, as you can see on my screen, we have a 1 to 2 risk to reward just here and a 1 to 8 risk to reward. I'm never really going to be holding to a 1 to 8. This could have easily just been a 1 to 4 risk reward, which still fills in all of these fair value gaps. And it's still just fucking amazing returns when you compare it to other high win rate strategies. But in terms of take profits, you never want to be too greedy. And I mean, this is for one main reason. If you do want a better win rate, the easiest way to do this is to get lower risk to rewards. Now with the LSD model that I trade, I don't settle for less. I still get 1 to 3, 1 to 4 risk to rewards consistently. Whereas most people on like a 60 to 70% win rate are going to be on, you know, like 1 to 1s to 1 to 2s, which is still going to be profitable. What you don't want to do is aim for these insane 1 to 35 trades every single time. You think that this is going to get you payouts, you think that this is going to take you to profitability, but this is not what prop firms like to see. Prop firms like these kinds of traders, the lower risk to reward but high win rate traders, and that's what the rules are going to favor. Just read through the rules and just see if this is going to get you a payout. There are consistency rules. There are so many rules that stops lucky traders getting trades like this. And that's why I'm always going to preach higher risk to rewards. And like I said, literally happened last week. You could have made 8.5% across only 3 trades. That is a great win rate. That was a 100% win rate week. And they are just great returns. Like, I'm not going to play it humble because I know this shit works. I have students getting payouts and making this shit work. So I know it's not just me. And that's because I know where the market moves. So I know what's going to happen next most of the time, which leads you to get those great win rates that you're trying to get. Anyways, without further waffle, let me get on to number 4. Now, consistently in the markets, you're going to see times where there are just loads of demands formed, and you likely never know which one to take. As you can see, demand there, demand here potentially, demand down here. Like, there are loads in this entire move upwards. And if you never know which one to take, that is completely fine. That's why I'm here to help you. And the institutions moving the market are going to like 2 of these zones. And that is going to be the top zone or the continuation zone or the bottom zone, which they're going to see as the best price they can possibly get. So pretty much any of these middle zones, you're not going to see me taking. It's not to say that I never take them, but it's going to majorly rely on rejections. And I'm never going to be as confident as if this top zone was, I mean, a good setup. This isn't a fantastic setup. Or if price was to just shoot down at a point like this, in that straight line that I said that I like to see, after we see those good rejections. That is all that it comes down to. If we get all of our confluences, but the rejections aren't good, then we're not going to take that setup. That is going to deplete your win rate. You're trying to hold onto a setup where you're not seeing any institutional movement, which is going to be, you know, like clear wicks, clear candle closes in your direction. And waiting to see these people in the market is going to improve your win rate. I mean, this is kind of a side point, but it really does all just link together. That's why I hope you're taking notes, so you can go away after this and piece them all together like a puzzle. And once again, just see your win rate improve. Now, I'm going to get on to the final point, and in my humble opinion, this is by far the most important point, which is literally just being open to learn. And I really do mean it when I say that this is going to improve your win rate the most, because this is going to open yourself to learn from like a mentor like myself, or even just other experienced traders. And the very first step to being open to learn is killing your ego. That's why I always say, if you want to be a successful full-time trader with a consistently good win rate, then you have to be open to learn. You can't only know the technicals and you can't only know the psychology. It's all one big puzzle, and once you piece it together, that's when you're finally going to see that good win rate that I know you want to see. So if you do want to work with me, there is a link to that just below. If not, there is also a free Discord just down below. Once again, completely free for you to join. I really do want to help you guys, but for me to help you, you need to let yourself be helped. So go ahead and talk to everyone over in the Discord. Comment what you want to see next. If it is anything timeless like, you know, liquidity strength or anything on the LSD model specifically, then I do have simplified videos, which is also over in the mentorship. I mean, I don't want to plug it too much. You guys know if you're ready for that next step. I only want the most serious of serious traders in there. If you're not ready for that next step yet, that is completely fine. Just like and subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.